Hi, Mai. How you doing?
Hi, great. How are you all?
I'm
Hello.
doing okay. After
Doing well.
almost a year of hearing me, this is Mai Tran. She's from the Las Vegas, the Nevada chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And after them listening to me give like probably the worst explanation of what we're trying to do here, I thought it would be best to finally bring someone back on. That we had Kimmy on last year, but I needed to, like I said, I needed to get you on because, like I said, you're from the organization, and now they can hear it from you guys. Where does all this, everything we're doing right now, we are at $11,400.
Oh my
Hopefully, by the
gosh,
time we're done with this, we're gonna have our 15 grand. At very least by the 27th, where I will be there at your walk,
that's
and I will have a
amazing.
giant paper check. I don't know what the amount's going to be. Hopefully, it's half of 15 grand. But hey, tell everybody what the organization is about and where money like this goes to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one, thank you all so much. This is truly, truly phenomenal. And William, thank you for asking me to come on. I'm glad that I was able to actually finally do this and carve some time out. So AFSP is a national nonprofit organization. We have 74 chapters across the country in every state. Our Nevada chapter has been around since 2015, so we're actually coming up on our 10 years of being a charter chapter with in Nevada here. So our mission is to save lives and bring hope to those that are affected by suicide, and we do that really through four pillars. So our first one is research. We're actually the largest private funder of research on suicide prevention in the country. We provide education to the public on suicide prevention and mental health. We thirdly, we advocate for public policy on suicide prevention and mental health. And then the fourth pillar is we provide support to people who've been affected by suicide, including survivors of suicide loss, as well as those who have attempted suicide or experienced suicidal thinking, which in our world we call those with lived experience. And so, really, at our local level, I can share with you in Nevada the things that we kind of really activate and engage our community with the most are going to be the education, the advocacy, and the support. So, all of our programs are they're all evidence informed, which is where the research part comes into that. But they're all evidence informed, and they're free for the community. They're anywhere between 45 minutes to 2 hours long. And really just these fantastic like bite-sized 101s into suicide prevention. And then we have some follow-ups for supporting those that are at risk. And they're all completely free. We have lots of resources that we bring with us. And then we also have different modules that are for specific communities. So an example of that would be we have an LGBTQ plus specific one. We have one that is for Latinx and Hispanic community, the Black and African American community, the workplace. We have one for seniors, one for gun safety and firearms education. So it's really, really great. We also have them for teens and young adults, so for middle schoolers, high schoolers, school faculty, and parents. So we really have an amazing range of programs that we offer. And then in our chapters, we also engage our community through advocacy and with public policy. So we have in-person state capitol days during the legislative session. So we will be back in Carson City in 2025 for the legislative session, and we're able to talk to legislators. We're able to
Oops, hold on. Hey, Mai,
yeah.
hold on for a second. We just broke 12,000
Oh my gosh, that's
just while you
amazing.
were on the air.
How
So
many
let's.
people are on here right now?
Right now we have total across all of our formats. We got about 80 people right now watching.
Wow.
Let's see. We just got we just got two different donations. We got an anonymous one for 500 and another one from Fourth who's in our chat for 200.
Wow.
So I'm pretty sure that last one for 200, I'm gonna have to humiliate ourselves and we're gonna have to pay that in some kind of a butchery that we do to each other. We've shown we've made it. We've watched a bunch of horrible movies in trade for donations and things. Like we've watched the entire scary movie franchise. My co-host Brad absolutely abhors those movies, so we've monetized his suffering and we've done everything we could to get us up to this point. But right now, as we speak, when you came on, we were at 11,400. We are now at 12,100.
Wow. Oh my
So
gosh, that's amazing.
didn't mean to interrupt you, but I figured you want to know that.
Oh my gosh, don't interrupt for great news like that. Don't apologize for that. That's amazing. Yeah, so for our public policy, so we get an opportunity to talk to legislators, and then just really share resources and connect with folks that are, there for during that legislative session about the work that we're doing and seeing if we can get them involved. And then the last thing that we do with the support for survivors of suicide loss. So we have a program called Healing Conversations. We pair a survivor of suicide loss up with somebody who is more in their long-term healing journey. We partner them up for a conversation to really kind of help guide that new survivor of suicide loss with books to read, movies, like films to watch, support groups, things like that can really help them. And then we also do a International Survivor of Suicide Loss Day event that happens on the Saturday before Thanksgiving every single year. They're free events for anybody who is a survivor of suicide loss to come in and really we wrap our arms around the community and really provide that healing and support and things like that. So those are the things that we do in AFSP and throughout our chapters. And then happy to share that 83 cents of every dollar goes directly back into our programs and into the community and things that we do. And then the other 17 cents is going to be our administrative.
Okay, now every night we open up. I don't know if you had a chance to see the show, but it opens up with it pretty much opens up with this. Let me put it up on the screen. So it opens up with this right there, and then we close it with basically something explaining why that's necessary. Can you explain what that's about? I mean, from as far as how important that is, because sometimes everything that you listed is cool, but sometimes I just need something really quick to get somebody who's on that verge 3. Are a lot of the people that are on the other side of that line, for the most part, from what I understand, people who have gone through it and people who have that lived experience that you were talking about?
There's probably some that are quite a few that have a lived experience. What I can share is that they are trained. There are trained folks who are supporting on that other line. So I can't answer that because we are not the crisis line. We advocate and for that. It was a lot of the work that we've done has gone into 988 and continue to go to 988 to get more funding for it. But so I can't say for sure if everybody there has had that lived experience, but what I can share is that everyone is trained to be able to support someone who is going through a crisis. And it doesn't have to just be a suicide crisis necessarily. It can be really any other sorts of crises that someone might be experiencing. So I love to see that you're sharing that. It's so, so important that we're getting that number out. It's been almost 2 years since the number was advertised from a 10-digit number to that 3-digit number. And people still don't know about it.
Since day one, the very first day that they printed it out, that's when we started posting a graphic of it, because an 800 number, an 866 number, an 888 number, when you're going through it, sometimes it's like 911. You don't call the local police with their local number, 702, whatever. You call the quickest thing to your head, and sometimes that may be the difference between them using it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I also like to share too, when I talk about 988 is, one, if you are somebody who is supporting someone or who might be going through a suicidal crisis or some thinking, and you're just not really sure how to support them, you can actually call as well and say, hey, I want to support somebody and I don't know what to do. Someone just told me they're thinking of suicide. I don't know how to support them. And they'll walk you through those steps, which I really love, because it doesn't have to be the person who's in a crisis. You can actually just use that as support for yourself to learn how to help someone. So I really love that. It is anonymous. And I also like to share that the police are not called unless there is someone who is an imminent risk. So if there is somebody there where there's an active suicide attempt that's happening, I think it's important to share that. Oftentimes folks might think that, if they call 988, that the police are coming automatically, and that's just not the case. So I really like to make sure I'm sharing that information as well.
Okay, it's good information. And lastly, The 27th of this month, you have
Yeah.
an event. Go ahead and
We have
let
an
us know.
event. Yeah. So this is our annual Out of the Darkness walk. So our organization hosts hundreds and hundreds of these across the country. They're typically held in fall, but ours in Las Vegas and in Reno are actually in the springtime. So it's called Out of the Darkness. Essentially, it's bringing the community together to support survivors of suicide loss, those with lived experience, and really just to support the mission in general. It's at Sunset Park in Las Vegas on April 27th. Starts at 9 a.m. and it goes until 12. And we have really, really fantastic event planned. We've got sound healing that's taking place throughout the entire thing, the entire event. We start off with a light yoga session. We have a band that's going to end it for us. We have about 40 community partners that will be there sharing resources. We have a little dog-friendly corner, handing out some treats. We have a kids corner. This year, we're actually hosting a tent for our veterans corner. So we have about 4 different organizations there that are supporting veterans with resources that are going to be there, and they're all going to be in one space. So we're really excited about that.
And I'll be there.
Yes, and you will be there, and I will be there.
Paper check. Now, I can't promise. Listen, I'm not an AM guy. I can't. So you're probably going to see me towards the end as you wrap everything up, and then I'll find you guys, and we'll do our little Ed McMahon picture, and then I'll get back to the store. But yeah, the yoga and all that, anything that requires physical labor at that time of the day, I'm probably out of. But by the 27th, my original goal was to be laughably, our original goal was $5,000 by April 19th.
Wow.
So we reached that on New Year's Eve.
What an amazing community. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And we did it with, like I said, we don't have a lot of, we just reached our 434th subscriber today. So it's not like we got like 1 million subscribers. So we've done this with the people that are in this chat right now and the people that they've shared it with. And then we've been able to get it. So for the little chain that could, we've been able to do a lot. But yeah, we'll be there to culminate whatever we have. We'll end the campaign on the 27th. So the morning of the 27th. And then I'll take a Sharpie and I'll write it in and I'll do a ceremonial thing. And then I'll let you guys handle it from there. But hey, thank you for making some time to come on
my pleasure.
And actually give a professional explanation of what we're striving for instead of me stumbling over my toes doing it. So Mai Tran from Nevada chapter of American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Thank you for your time, and I will see you on the 27th.
Yes, thank you all so much. I really appreciate you. Enjoy the movie.
Mai.
Thank
you very much. Thank you.
Okie dokie. So there you have it. There you have it from not me, the real source. That's where the money goes. That's the specifics. So everything we've done, that's one. She's the head of the chapter that's here in Las Vegas. So, and like I said, while she came on the air, about 20 seconds after she came out of there, we broke 12 grand, which is I was not expecting that then.